Hey everybody, Rochelle Jones, Grief Recovery with Rochelle. Today's edition of Quit Carrying the Crap. If you like what you see in this video, if it's helpful, you find something useful or makes sense to you, please share this with your friends. Visit my page, thumbs up, subscribe, do what you need to do because I need your help to pass good information. So today I want to talk with you a little bit about anxiety, depression, PTSD, these things that we talk about in life. So this was originally a good plan, and it's still going to be a good plan. So we all are born with love, safety, and acceptance perfectly intact, okay? They're filled up to the measure. You know, we don't know loss, we don't know anything. We were just born, for Pete's sake, okay? And then we go through something, and we start building up grief. First, we need to know what grief is. Grief is the normal and natural feelings that you have bubble up every time life changes on you. Every time you experience something that you wish would be a little bit different or a little bit better, a little bit more, one more hug, one more try, one more visit, one more something, or hopes, dreams, and expectations that haven't been met. So grief is just the series of feelings that bubble up when life doesn't quite go the way you thought it would, okay? Now, that's what grief is. Let's say you're about 3. You're coloring a picture, and what are you making? I don't know. I like all these colors. I like to color. Oh, that's so beautiful, but what are you making? And then, I don't know, because we didn't have a name for what we were making. We were just making it. So, a little piece of maybe our acceptance was taken out, right? We've got a little wound that just happened there, and it's small. And then maybe we're about 8 and we get laughed at, or we're the last people to be picked for the kickball tournament, okay? And that feels yucky. Okay, so then we've got a new grief that we've just added, and we're just adding a few. It's not a big deal, right? And then we're maybe 11, and maybe our pet dies or runs away, or our best friend moves, or something like that happens, and our love, trust, or safety, maybe each one of those is pinged and gets a little pain that goes in that too, right? And then we have maybe we go to middle school, and middle school is known to be pretty difficult, right? Here in America, at least. And so maybe you go through some bullying, or you just lose your whole friend group, or they all went to a different school, and so acceptance and safety, are you kidding? That's like getting tough. And then we go to 15, and the kids, maybe we have our first romantic relationship end. Well, that's a pretty big one, okay? And so we're just tacking on. So grief just keeps adding up. It just keeps adding up, and we just keep adding new pain, new feelings with every single moment that we wish would have been a little bit different. Even if we're like, whew, we're glad we dodged that bullet, we're still adding grief, and we get to about 18, and holy cow, what? I'm an adult? My parents aren't gonna like make my schedule or my meals, or I gotta go I gotta go to college? What? Okay, and talk about huge change, right? And then a few years after that, what happens? We graduate college. Holy cow, I'm completely on my own? Whose plan was this? When I just went to college. What do you mean I don't get my dream job? What do you mean I don't get the paycheck? I just studied hard for this. What do you mean I have to start at the bottom and work my way up, okay? So grief, we're just adding love, trust, safety, acceptance. They're just kind of getting little hits, and life isn't quite feeling the way we thought it would. And then we, maybe we get married, okay? And I don't know about you, but sunshine and rainbows is not an every second occurrence in my marriage. Is it in yours? I don't know. And so I gotta share my checking account, but I don't get full say of what happens with my finances now? Huh? What? Okay, and then we have our own child, and what? I don't get to sleep when I need to, and boy, I sure do love this kid. This kid's amazing, but my goodness, it's expensive, and I don't know what to do. This whole parenting thing is really challenging, and I sure love my child, so there's always this conflict, this draw going on. And then what happens, then our children start going to school, and we start experiencing grief from what they're experiencing. The kids aren't nice to them, and it's like this whole repeating cycle. And I remember what it was like for me in this situation, and all my wounds, they just like, they're all over the way here, and we just add new ones. Grief, it just keeps piling up, and then we go through life, and they're like, hey, what happened? And nothing, I'm fine. Or maybe we do start to talk about it a little bit. Well, I was going to tell you about this one thing right here, and you're still thinking about that? It's still going. So you just put it back in. Maybe you tuck it in and cover it up, right? Because we don't want people to see that, because oh my gosh, they don't listen. There must be something wrong with me. And we have years and years and years of grief building up and getting all over the place and interfering into our life, and it's just. And oh my gosh, I'm really having trouble concentrating. I'm really having trouble focusing at school or at work or on the road or in my marriage, or it doesn't matter, and well, what's going on? Nothing, I'm fine. Feelings inside not expressed. I'm fine, I'm good, I'm fine, I got nothing. Well, gosh, I'm having trouble sleeping, and it's just getting in the way, and what's happening? No, it's fine. I just have too much on my mind. You think? You got too much on your mind? Exactly. You do have too much on your mind. And then what happens? It starts affecting home, work, marriage, relationships, you name it. Oh, there must be something wrong with me. I think I need to get some medication. Is medication going to do anything to remove this? No. Medication's just going to let you be more okay with it, okay? So what is depression? Depression is holding the weight of all these grieving situations. We're holding the emotional weight. It feels like grief because it can be really heavy. And then sometimes we get this moment of clarity where we're like, okay, no, I'm good, I've got this, right? And so sometimes that could appear like bipolar a little bit. We're high and low because that's what happens with grief, or sometimes we just stay low. But anxiety, right? Well, I remember what all of that stuff felt like, and so I'm so busy worrying about the future, what they're gonna think, what they're gonna say, what is it gonna feel like, how's it gonna go, what's it gonna do? Well, am I gonna be prepared? Do I know what I'm doing? Anxiety starts building up because we know what this feels like. We're still carrying it. In fact, we just don't pay attention to it. And so now we're afraid of life adding more of this stuff, because it hurts and it doesn't feel good, but we keep carrying it, and then we're afraid to gather more because we really actually never did anything with these other pains and losses in our life. And so that's what a grief recovery method class is. Oh, PTSD, by the way, gosh, this thing I keep going back and having an image. I keep seeing that because it's still connected to you. And this is grief recovery method's not about erasing your memory. It's about, you know what? That memory you're still going to keep. Let's set it right here. I can't erase your memory, but I could take away the weight, the interference, the confusion going on in your life. I can show you how to do it. I actually can't take it away. That's a misspeaking. What I can do is show you how to sort through this stuff and how to complete it and set it down, so you'll have your memories. I still have my memories, but they don't have to be hanging on me and inserting themselves and showing up all the time, just really wreaking havoc in my life. That's what the grief recovery method is designed to do. Anxiety, stress, PTSD, depression. We're gonna teach you action. This is not about mental illness. This isn't an illness. This is wounds that have never been healed. This is wounds that I didn't know what to do with, so I just kept storing them. Grief recovery method classes are designed and expertly trained, proven to be effective by science, by the way, to show you how to take the weighted pain of your memories and set the pain down, so you're free to just recall things when you want to, without them turning so heavy and taking over your moments without your permission. Okay, so I hope that's really helpful. I hope this has gotten you to think differently, see differently, and just grow. And if you found anything helpful in this message, I would like you to share it with your friends. Give it a thumbs up, give it a subscribe, comment, share your thoughts, because I need your help passing out this information that's good, correct, and helpful. We know it is. Science can prove it again and again and again. Everybody, quit clearing the crap. I love you all. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.